Kells Priory was founded in 1193 by Norman soldiers of fortune with Augustinian monks in tow. This priory grew into the intimidating structure that the locals call the Seven Castles today. Some of them are closed to us due to some renovations. These castles, however, were actually Norman tower houses connected by a wall that enclosed the religious functions within. And inside these walls, the site is divided into two main areas. One is a huge interior common grazing area, which is larger than a football field. You can see that here in front of me, dominated by the encircling tower houses. The other is a tangled medieval maze of rock walls, which is the remnants of the cloister, a church, cellars, a medieval dormitory, and a graveyard. That's on the other side of this wall. The most dramatic 75-year period in the site's history took place between 1252 and I think 1327 when it was attacked and burned three times, one by Edward the Bruce's army of Scots. The contrast between those violent times and today's pastoral decay is striking. We were almost attacked here a moment ago by sheep. They came in through the bottom section down here. But wow, it's abandoned. It is not um, uh, an official site. There's not a visitor center. It obviously has a parking lot and a pathway, but it itself is just a beautiful amble. I mean, it'd be if it was a. It's not a bad day today. We haven't had any rain yet, but it certainly looks like it wants to rain. Um, but what a great place to come and have a picnic. You know, this would be a great place to come and have a picnic. Let's see if we can go down to the gate and take a look through. If I'm not going to get attacked by the sheep. Sheep don't attack, do they? I certainly hope not. We'll find out in a second here. Oh, see, they just moved away. It says the site is open, but you can see the. I could step through, couldn't I? Could I? I think I can. And so here we are inside the cloistered area. I mean, it's just not very often you have ruins all to yourself, um, especially in a place like Ireland, which has so many tour buses, so many people. But, it is beautiful here, and I can understand that they would want to uh, see things. And we were over at Jer Point earlier today, and there was a busload of people all speaking French. Um, so Ireland attracts all because there is a green and a beauty and a gentility to not only the land but its people for sure. And for us Wisconsinites, Minnesotans, I would say we recognize this green, don't we? I was talking to a gentleman inside. It rains. I mean, every day we have been here so far, it has rained. I'm not saying it has rained a lot. It may have drizzled. I'm not wearing a raincoat right now, or even a coat for that matter. It's in the low 60s today, which it just started to rain, uh, which is nice for the mid 60s. But they get a little bit of rain every single day. Well, we in the Midwest, we just get bucketed on when it decides it's going to thunderstorm. And I'll bet you the rain is not that dissimilar between the two, because certainly the lushness of this area reminds me of our home and the beauty that is um, the upper Midwest. Jackie was commenting earlier on how these blackbirds basically control everything. Every site you go to, they are yapping away at you as they nest. As we discussed before, those black holes that you see on it, it used to be where they put in wood scaffolding when they were building the walls, those kind of the scaffolding points, and then they would either cut the log off and use it again for scaffolding and leave a little bit of wood in there, or they'd pull the wood completely out. And if they left it in there, of course, it rotted, from 1100 something until now. It's gone and from rot. But uh, now they're perfect places for birds to nest. And so there's thriving communities of blackbirds and swallows and different types of birds all over the place here um, at all of these ruins, and especially here at Kells Priory. Again, I won't bore us much longer. We've already been on for about 5 minutes, but I hope you've enjoyed this little wander through a little piece of heaven. I mean, it's a lonely place. It's a quiet place. How many times do you get a place all to yourself like this? That's what makes it pretty remarkable.